Anson Frericks with us right now, the former Anheuser-Busch president of operations. And Anson, your view was this was unfair to those workers, that this should have started at the top, certainly at Bud Light, maybe beyond. It's good to have you, but obviously the layoffs are still impacting the company with likely more to come. What do you think?
It is. These layoffs are impacting the company. There's hundreds of people that have been let go. Their CEO, Brendan Whitworth, said this was due to ensure the long-term future success of the company. I've been on record stating that to ensure the long-term future success of the company, they need to find new leadership at the top. Because at the end of the day, it's the CEO that is accountable to the shareholders of the business and accountable to making sure they're increasing their profits, increasing their customer base. We saw in these latest earnings, this obviously is not happening in the U.S. This should have been a breakout year and a breakout quarter for this company. If you take a look at their first quarter earnings on a global basis, they were up 13% year over year, much higher than what the street was forecasting, up 7%, and also higher than what the company had been guiding to 4 to 8% increases. Yet in this quarter, you saw the U.S. business down 30% in terms of its earnings year over year. Earnings plunged in the U.S. That took the global company to only up 5% year over year, much below what analysts have been forecasting at the beginning of the year, and also at the low end of the range they're guiding towards this year. So obviously, we need to find somebody in the U.S. that can turn this business around, get these loyal Bud Light customers back.
It might prove easier said than done. I am curious, though. All of this started with, the transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney and working on behalf of the company, and obviously it just blew up. What is the process that went through, Anson? Because it would seem to me, and it's easy for me to be a Monday morning quarterback here, but to say, all right, that doesn't quite fit.
There obviously wasn't a good process. I mean, it's funny, you introduced this call by looking at the CEO, Michel Doukeris, the global CEO. He had mentioned that they did a survey of hundreds of thousands of Bud Light consumers. And those Bud Light consumers, they don't want a debate with their beer. They just want Bud Light focused on things that all consumers enjoy, sports, music, others. I don't know why it took a survey of hundreds of thousands of people to do that. They should have conducted that survey at the beginning of the year, or these people have been around Anheuser-Busch long enough. They should just know with Bud Light, it's become the largest beer brand, or was the largest beer brand in the U.S. because it appealed to all people. It was already the most inclusive brand because it was all about things that all Americans enjoy, football, sports, et cetera.
Right.
So therefore, there wasn't much of a process. And now they're implementing this process posthumously after the beer has already lost its crown as the #1 beer brand in the U.S. So they need to go and reevaluate and refigure out how they're going to attract consumers moving forward. But I really think it starts with something very simple. It's an apology to the consumers that they called fratty and out of touch. I think that would go a long way. And then after that, it's getting back to those great ad campaigns that we all enjoyed long ago.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to say now, hey, we realize you didn't like it. I mean, and enough time has passed that, people better remember the country singer Kid Rock, filming himself shooting cases of Bud Light or something like that. They remember that and the rage associated with it, right?
No, you're right. And therefore, it's going to be probably at this point, it's going to be inauthentic if somebody who's currently in the U.S., they make that apology. My vantage point is that they're going to have to find somebody new. Otherwise, you've seen hundreds of people laid off at Anheuser-Busch, hundreds of people laid off at some of their suppliers, their glass suppliers. And unfortunately, there'll be thousands of more people laid off if you don't find somebody who can come in and who can get this brand stabilized. Because right now, they said they've only laid off about 2% of their staff, yet you've seen that their sales are down over 15%, and their volume's down 15%. That's all brands that they have. So there's obviously a mismatch there. And at some point, there's going to be more people let go unless you find somebody new to turn this around.
Incredible. I like your insight from the inside, what you would know and what happened here. Anson, thank you very much. Very good seeing you.